Hey everyone, I'm Vera and welcome to Technically Speaking. Today we're going to talk about how to get a straight bow. How do I keep my bow parallel to the bridge from the frog to the tip? I got to say that's probably one of the most difficult things a student has to learn in the beginning. And it's probably one of the most important things that all of us have to do in order to get a beautiful tone. So here's some tips. Number one, think about what your shoulder is doing. Usually when I see a student whose bow is not staying straight, it's because the shoulder is very tense. Sometimes I even see this motion in the bow arm. This way. So the shoulder stays tight. So I'd like for you to take a moment and just do some arm circles. Big, wide circles, feeling how the shoulder stays nice and loose. And if it's not, get your oil can out and loosen it up. Yeah, do these circles until you really feel the arm moving with ease. Also the elbow. Elbow stays nice and loose. And the wrist. Fingers too. But we're going to talk about these three things today. Okay, second, make sure your violin is parallel to the floor. Another problem I see with students that either play because they don't want to wear a shoulder rest, use a shoulder rest, or they've got bad posture, and gravity is simply going to bring the bow towards the fingerboard. So make sure you're nice and straight. Here I am in the middle of the bow. Third thing, make sure you're making good contact with the string. Make sure that there is some weight in the hand. Otherwise, again, if that finger is not on the bow with a little weight, I like to say weight instead of pressure, then again, it's going to fall away to the fingerboard. Okay, so now let's start in the middle of the bow, and you're going to see that I'm should be making a square. My bow should be parallel to the bridge, and my arm, elbow, shoulder with the violin is making something of a square shape. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my bow and move to the tip. And now you can see it's kind of a triangle here. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to move to the tip. I'm pulling the elbow forward. And when I pick the bow up and come back to the middle, I bring the elbow back. And that's the important thing. Sometimes, again, I see a student who will bring the elbow forward, but if they don't bring the elbow back, and again, that's a shoulder being tight, this is what I see a lot of. So, without playing, let's go to the middle. Pick the bow up, we're going to the tip. And as you can see, I'm not really all the way at the tip. I'm about right here. My arms are short. So this is about where my tip is. And if you also have short arms, then just go to where it is comfortable to extend the arm. Okay, now we're going to bring the bow back to the middle, picking it up. And one more time to the tip. So make sure you're doing this in front of a mirror, preferably a full-length mirror. It's a great practice tool because it shows us so much of our bad habits that creep in when we're playing. Okay, when you can bring that elbow back comfortably and forward to the middle, then we're going to go from the middle to the frog. Oh, wait a sec. Got itch in my nose. So I want you to come with the wrist comes first, as if I'm really itching my nose. I'm bringing the wrist forward. And again, I've kind of made another little triangle with my elbow. So to the middle and to the frog. Again, as if I've got a string on my wrist and I'm pulling the string to the frog. Okay. Last, notice what the elbow is doing in this position. As I come to the frog, the elbow moves forward. And again, the shoulder stays out of the way. None of this. The shoulder stays perfectly calm. Okay. So you want to be able to do these three motions and really notice what's happening in the arm. Now, let's add some sound. We'll go from the middle to the tip, back to the middle. No further than that. You still want to get that sensation of what the elbow is doing. And now from the middle to the frog. Don't forget to itch your nose. The middle and forward. When you've got that down, then you're going to practice your open strings. And do practice all of your strings, and do this every day because it's a great warm-up tool. Because not just for your sound, also because you want to get in the groove of what it feels like in your arm. And if you're bringing tension, tightness, tiredness into your practice, then the arm is apt to behave badly in your practice. So just start the day with some arm circles. I do this every day. Okay, those are my tips for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again on Technically Speaking.